Isolation Nation. Social Distancing Social Club. Great news, I found it. Social Distancing.
Nice.
No.
Normally, I'm pretty quick with my props. This one took me 2.5 weeks to find, but by golly, I found it. And so, I just want to let you guys know that I still do have it. I might be slower, but I still got it. They don't call me Greg Props for nothing. I'm Ben Gleib. This is the Social Distancing Social Club. And I'd love to introduce you right now to the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. Please, welcome Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello. And yeah, I was actually at Ben's house when he found it. It was in a box labeled American Flag Cowboy Hats #3. So we had to go through a couple of them, but we finally found it. If you want to support the show, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on YouTube as always. Kick in those Facebook stars if you got them. Do all that stuff. And please welcome the third leg of our four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine, Mr. Chris Bowers.
Oh, wow.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Excited for Wednesday? I know I am. Queen, how are you?
Very convincing.
I'm good, guys. Hey.
Queen.
Hi.
Is that
I'm
the Cookie Monster
cold.
onesie?
Yeah, it is. It's Cookie
Nice.
Monster.
Are you back in LA?
I am, but I went surfing today for the first time in 2 months, and I'm cold and tired and yeah, all of the things. Beat up.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't surf.
Yeah, that's what it is. That and it's also it makes you feel like you're on a bike. I know it's scary.
I can't even visually picture Steve surfing.
I actually call a surfboard an ocean bike, so that's why I just try to avoid all things bike-like.
There actually are ocean bikes. Have you ever seen those? That's like a bike that's on a surfboard, basically, and you can bike on the water.
What? How many things do we need to do at once?
I agree with you, but it's a thing.
Why?
I don't know.
There's some people like biking so much. Like this would be way better if it was on the water. I know it's the opposite of what you want, Steve, but different people like different stuff. That's how it works.
No, I understand, and some of those people are wrong.
Well, I would agree with that too. I did want to say I went to and helped Ben out with his fundraiser last night. How much money did you raise last night, Ben? It was pretty impressive.
Well, I have a very exciting announcement with regards to that because the amount we announced on the show was not the final amount, and I was just texted the final amount now that the matching funds came in all the way to midnight.
Just a reminder for those who did not watch a show yesterday, Ben was hosting a fundraiser for City of Hope, and the goal was $700,000, and that was like the big, crazy, hairy, audacious goal.
They wanted 600. Ben thought they could get to 700. What was their goal, Ben?
I thought I could get to 700, and we just got a total raised to help defeat cancer, find cures for cancer, diabetes, and other life-threatening...
Of $87, everybody. $87.
Nice job, Ben.
We fell way short. No, we did not reach our goal of 700,000. We far exceeded it. $785,032.
Yes.
That is amazing. Now, my goal for you guys was 800,000, so I'm like a little disappointed, but
I get it. I totally get it.
But look,
it was
different people like
incredibly
different things.
Yes, this is true. It was really fun. It was super cool. Tam was there also. Chrissy was there. Chris was there. It was really cool. And it was an audience full of frontline workers at City of Hope, nurses and therapists that help people going through a tough time. So it was a really just overall very fun event.
And I will say my favorite part was that Ben renamed the City of Hope, right? He nicknamed it CAW! And so every time he would say, and the CAW organization, he would say it every time, and it got funnier every fucking time. It was brilliant and hilarious.
And Bowers is not just saying that on the show. Bowers independently called me and told me that. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it that much.
And then he even slipped in a finger in his butthole joke, which I thought was brilliant for a corporate event. He did it so well. I could not believe it.
Yes, I did.
By the way, Ben, I am curious. What city do you think has the least hope?
Oh, definitely in Florida somewhere. Maybe Tampa Bay. By the way, I just want for the record, I did not even swear in this event, and I made the finger in the butthole joke. Very classy.
Oh, it was very clean and clever. It was so good that if you got it, you weren't even offended. You were like, "Oh, I'm smart and I'm in on the joke." It was a really good joke. Anyway, it was a lot of fun.
And one person immediately was like, "Oh God, was my camera on?"
No, it was very funny. It was very funny. And and Keither Sutherland, but not it doesn't matter. Okay.
Performed 3 songs, you guys, and maybe 4. I lost track after 30 seconds of the first one, but you know, it was nice. It was great that he was there.
Yeah, he's a good singer. The lyrics, whatever. We did a fun overnight game. We had a fun overnight.
The lyrics were written by a bunch of fridge magnets that he mixed around.
Well, I don't know who wrote the lyrics, but I think I did in 8th grade. But anyway,
I think 2 of the 4 songs had like pretty much the same lyrics.
it was anyway. They're worth listening to. Just to, you know, it reminded me of Hofstetter doing a pot joke where he doesn't really know anything about pot, but he's heard some things, so he puts that in the joke. He was singing about being in jail, the county jail song, and I'm like, this motherfucker's never been in county jail, talking about the mistakes he made as a teenager. Come on. Anyway.
By the way, speaking of pot, guys, it's not really pot, but the last couple of nights I've actually tried CBD gummies.
I mean, CBD literally does not have any psychotropic effects, so that.
Oh, I understand that. I'm just saying this is a big step for me,
Yeah,
Ben.
give him some credit.
Oh, okay,
Did it help your muscles? Did you feel better? Did you feel more relaxed?
Ben, don't you have CBD gummies that you could give to him?
I don't.
I don't trust that shit.
I've got a bunch of CBD.
I do. I see what you're. I do have some.
No, Steve, do you like them? Do you feel any difference?
The idea was that I was gonna try to take them to help me sleep, and what was weird is that they like made me feel like very relaxed and calm before I went to sleep, and I went to sleep very easily and nicely, and it was very pleasant, and then I would shoot the fuck awake at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, because they wore off. You take more.
Yeah, exactly right. Also, I'd like to correct the record on something else. Kiefer Sutherland's definitely been to jail. Many. The guy had severe, substance abuse issues.
Oh, that's his brother. You're thinking about Charlie.
That's wrong family.
Wrong family.
Charlie Sutherland?
No, Charlie. No, it's Charlie Sheen. Keither Sutherland's brother.
Emilio Estevez is his brother.
What?
Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez are brothers.
So Keither Sutherland and Charlie Sheen are not brothers. Is that what you're talking
about? No. Charlie Sheen is Emilio Estevez's brother. Their dad is Donald Sutherland. Like, you got to keep it straight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just
Their dad is not Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
No, Kiefer Sutherland's father is Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
Completely
and Charlie
unrelated.
Sheen's brother, and he changed his name.
Unrelated to Martin Sheen Sutherland.
Okay, well,
Cheryl Ladd is the mother of all of them. That's all I know.
Okay, I'll give you that one. We did have a fun overnight game, and this one was fun, and I couldn't even get to all of them. So go to Twitter and check out the overnight game. There were a ton of them that were really good, but it was sexy holiday time. So do your best holiday innuendo. So take a Christmas thing and make it innuendo, and there's a lot of good ones. Denise Cook started out with, "Do you want to fuck a snowman?" Which I thought was good. Gus had "I'll missile your toe," if you know what I mean. And no, Gus, I don't know what you mean, but it sounded creepy and weird. I liked it. And Savage had a bunch. Her first was "I want to taste your Christmas pudding." Again, I don't know what that means, but wow. The other Rachel had "If the sleigh is a rockin', don't come a knockin'." I liked that one. Katrina Davis had a couple. She had "Missile Ho," which I liked. And
nice.
She also had "That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell cock." So change your sign, Tam.
Also, Bowers, just quickly, if I may, I want to say it in the middle so you can get this image out of your head if you'd like, but I can't avoid saying that after you read that one from Gus, I'm just picturing, and I don't want to be, but I'm picturing Gus doing anything sexually on somebody down below and then looking up at him going, "Hey."
After they missile his toe, he's like, "Hey."
Yeah. That's like the most awkward part.
Jessica Keibel had "Jews do it for 7 nights in a row," and I thought it was 8, but okay.
They rest on the 8th night.
Oh, do they? That works. Shannon Savage had again, "Yo, Frosty, what that nose do?"
Nice.
I love this one. "I have no Garland reflex." That one made me laugh a whole bunch. She also had "Decorate my tonsils with tinsel." and bet I can fit Santa's sack in my mouth, which was
Oh my God.
Shannon.
And then Jeremy Day had 3, and you better wrap that package before you give it to me.
Oh my god.
Think about you, I touch my elf.
Oh my God.
And then cum, C-U-M, they told me parumpa-pum-pum. But my favorite was Shag Nasty said, that guy has pants pulled up too tight. I can see his mistletoe. All right, there we go.
Razor nice.
Nicely done. And by the way, as the show's resident egg, I would just have to be like, hey, would you like some eggnog? Okay, so today's game. Today's game is basically ruin a movie. So take the title of a movie and then ruin it in any way you want. So for instance, Nightmare on Elmo Street, or Grapes of Wrath of Khan, or original orange juice fiction. Anyway, however you want to do it, take it and ruin the title of the movie. You can comment on any of our streams, our Twitch, our Twitter, our YouTube, or our Facebook. We are not on Instagram anymore. It's a huge dispute. We'll get to it later. But the point is, comment on any of those if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, and have a much better chance of being read on the air. What you do is you throw in a tip, at least $5 on a Super Chat, a Venmo, or a PayPal. We'll read those at the end.
Those are all true, the things that you said. I would like also now to invite the video front row to turn on their cameras and join the festivities. We are joined today by Chris Balls LaBalls. We're being joined by Adler in transit. You can tell on account of that flashlight. Are you in the middle of a wild dog search for a drug bust or a fugitive?
No, he's in a car.
He's driving a car.
Okay, well, that's another way to interpret that.
Probably going to the post office.
We are joined by Zara Bending from Australia. Hello, hello. We got Tam Brown with us here. Joe Biden has won the election again. Jan Skittles Johnson is here with us under the cover of an umbrella. We've got Bill Thompson, slightly askew from the corner the way God intended it. We've got Sean Ehrlich joining us with the tie-dye. We've got Leedy Corbin joining us with the monotone. We've got Courtney, we're in one color. It's kind of a pastel. We've got Courtney Smith joining us. Hello, Courtney. We've got Brad Clark of the Brad Clark 5 joining us. We got Jessica Keibel joining us fresh off of the onslaught of those ribald overnight game entries. And we've got Shannon Burke joining us from the Burke Plaza of the Americas. Thank you all for being
Is
with
that
us.
guy shitting a candy cane into a jar? Could someone spotlight him, please?
Is that 2 guys, 1 cup?
I want to see. 2 guys, 1 candy cane?
No, he's wearing a candy cane. This is not going to lick itself.
Nice, Shannon.
By the way, and can we throw Brad on screen? Because I feel like his camera is slowly panning out, and I don't know if that's just me. Just very far away for some reason.
I also have to say that I feel like I really misjudged Shannon. I thought Shannon was, being a pumpkin carver, much more of a tame human being, and ever since the 2 Truths and a Lie, we're seeing the freak flag fly, and I love it. I love it.
Let's wear a monkey shirt, Ben, your favorite group, which we're going to
I don't know if it's my favorite group, but I do have my button handy from the 1987 concert I went to, which was the first concert I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, so you're a huge monkey head. What's it called?
Just
What are
monkey.
monkeys fans called?
We're just called monkey fans.
Monkey fans?
There's no clever name. There's no the monkey pack.
No, I mean, it's already a very clever name. You know what I mean? Monkeys, because key is in music. Even though they don't even spell it that way, because the real word monkeys is spelled that way, so they actually misspell it further away from music. But you can do it in the shape of a guitar if you want, and that's exciting.
All right, well, there you go. We also have 2 great comics. The first one, also a huge fan of the Monkeys. We got Ricky Glore is here. Ricky, how you doing, buddy?
Hello.
As far as go.
I'm sorry. I had a pincher pause in there after my hello. You told them, Ben. Did you see Weird Al Yankovic open for them in 1987?
Oh, I did indeed. Greek theater, baby.
That is such a weird opener. Even weirder in 67, Jimi Hendrix.
Really?
Oh yeah.
The Monkeys?
Wow, that is some range right there.
So he
That
played
is amazing.
Foxy Lady, and the kids would be like, Davey, Mickey. So for his final concert, he flipped off the audience and left the stage.
That's amazing. I'm surprised
By the
he
way,
made it through an entire tour.
we are doing an all monkeys edition of SDSC today. So if you guys have any monkey facts, throw them in. Doesn't have to be related to the band, the Monkeys. It could just be monkey facts. So
Well, you know,
You know
Czar's
anything
got
about
Poop in there.
you know anything about the monkeys, about actual monkeys, about a monkey? You know what? Let's do Curious George. If you know anything about Curious George, throw that in there also.
The
Yeah.
obelisk
Curious George, by Curious George,
2001
whoever.
Space Odyssey.
What's that, Ricky?
The obelisk in Utah from 2001 Space Odyssey where the monkeys gathered around to hit the bones.
It all
Yes.
counts. Anything monkey related. Let's do this, guys.
I'm
Ricky,
also
you're
still
gonna do
waiting.
well on this show. I just met you, but you're going to do really well on this show. You have a bunch of useless facts that we're going to like. I can tell.
Yes.
We also have Sammy Obeid is here. Sammy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey. I'm a millennial, so I pronounce it monkeys because I don't know what it is. I did that a few times and I was corrected by a Gen Xer. It's monkeys. No, it's monkey.
Okay.
I do have a monkey fact if anybody cares.
Please.
Actual animal. Monkeys. Do you know monkeys can read? Like some of them can actually read books. So I always thought it would be hilarious, like if we gave them the theory of evolution and they were like, nah.
Or what if we did and halfway through the book they were like, oh no.
If you're a monkey,
How insulting would
evolution,
they be,
evolution
right?
is a horror story. You're like, I don't want to end up like these fucking guys. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. By the way, Sammy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Sammy, if you could put Ricky and Sammy on the screen at the same time. Now, Sammy, you've been on the show a great deal, but I'm a little bit disappointed that you're not hiding a popcorn machine behind you currently.
Oh,
And
man.
your DVDs.
You gotta hide a popcorn machine better than that for me not to see it, Ricky.
And the hostage.
I also,
What corporate event did you steal that curtain from, Ricky? That looks like you were at a corporate event. They were hiding, and you just stole the poles and the curtain on your way out because you're like, fuck it, someday I'll need this for a Zoom show.
It's good for my pop-up drive-in movie theater shows out in the middle of Bufu.
I do love though how Ricky has this great curtain backdrop, but it's far too far from the camera, and you see everything around you.
It's not wide enough. Yeah, you get a lot of my basement. I was gonna do a puppet show with my Norm Macdonald puppet for my Norm Macdonald impression, but I don't have it looking good enough back here.
Wait, can we
Pretty
please
cool.
hear your Norm Macdonald
Yeah,
impression? That sounds
You need to hear
fantastic.
this.
Well, let me grab him.
Please.
He was busy in line for the popcorn machine.
Oh God.
Hey, everybody. I'm Norm Macdonald, the realest news anchor on TV.
I'm really glad you said a puppet and not a ventriloquist thing because
Oh yeah.
The cool thing is that the
How does this thing work? I'm just trying to get down here and say, like, hey, is that good? Can you hear it? If I get closer to the microphone or the camera?
Ben is so mad he has no puppets right now. He is so pissed his puppet. He is so jealous of an actual Muppet.
You got
Holy
yourself a Jack Nicholson puppy? Be like, hey, here's the deal, Sparky.
it is way better. And by the way, I say this not as an insult, Ricky, at all. It is way better with you off screen. I don't mean your act. I mean his act.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any puppets. by the way.
About my Norm impression, and when I first started off, I would do like a, hey, I'm Norm Macdonald, a little bit more subdued and some positives. And he's like, I'm glad you do it that way because everyone else makes me sound like a retard by going, yeah, I'm Norm Macdonald.
That's more Cartman than Norm Macdonald. I don't think you have
Yeah.
a Cartman.
Oh my
You have a
god.
Cartman?
It is.
Um,
Flit.
If I can quickly shift back to the topic of monkeys and evolution, I just had a weird realization about evolution, and this is kind of blowing my mind a little bit. You know how we all say like monkeys are so intelligent, they're the most like humans of any animal, and we feel like, oh, they're so human-like, we're so endeared towards them. But evolution's a slow process, right? So what's crazy is that if monkeys ever evolved towards being humans and became human, they would definitely first have to be Trump supporters and then evolve. Monkeys are actually closer to Trump supporters than we are to monkeys, and that's blowing the fucking
But
mind.
then they wouldn't be able to believe in them. They wouldn't be able to believe in themselves, which would really be bad for that group of people. They wouldn't be able to believe in themselves. They wouldn't believe they came from themselves. It would be a whole thing.
Ben, I don't understand why you're talking hypothetically. That's literally what it is. It's a difference in evolution. Like, that is what it is. Like, it's people have evolved to have empathy and things like that, and then there are some people who are just like, no, fuck that.
But my point is just the concept that's blowing my mind is that you always think of evolution in like kind, good beings, but you have to, I guess, evolve past a bunch of asshole shit first.
Well, yeah, the T-Rex was a dick, and that was part of the evolutionary chain. I mean, he was.
Well, no, we did not come from dinosaurs. I'd like to make that very clear.
No, I'm saying, but the T-Rex came from smaller, nicer dinosaurs, and eventually.
By the way, you guys are.
Yeah. Zara's losing her
help.
mind.
No,
Yeah.
Zara's
not
losing
how
her
it
mind.
works. Common ancestors. It's not how any of that shit works.
Well,
Okay.
Thank you, Sarah.
how it works, Ben. We
Which
don't
part's not?
come from monkeys.
Which part's not?
You have common shared ancestry. It's not a linear thing. It's branches. It's literally how Darwin drew it in An Origin of Species in his diary. Yeah, it's fine.
You've read
What
Darwin's,
happened to that
Darwin's
one
diary?
drawing? Was that one drawing an oversimplification that goes from the monkey to the human? That's not how it worked?
No.
That's how one chain of it worked.
No, Ben, that's like a dorm poster.
That's how one chain of it worked, though.
Branches. I will say though that Jane recently did a piece with some outlet in New York looking at leadership, charisma, bullying behaviors in alpha males. Talked about the T word a little bit. But look, there are chimp assholes, there are human assholes. It's just part of our nature. You don't really evolve past it.
Yeah, it's like the book says, everybody poops.
Apparently, yes.
Oh, I misunderstood asshole. My apologies.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
if
on
you
me.
shit, you're an asshole.
By George, he's got it.
I think Steve's implying that he doesn't poop. I could see how you could be the guy. I don't do that. I'm against it. I don't shit. It's gross. I'm above
Look,
it.
I don't judge anybody for it. If that's what you got to do, you got to do. But
I'm also now stuck on when you guys said a minute ago that all posters aren't true. So are you telling me that the four monkeys don't live in boxes above each other?
yeah, and also that cat that was hanging in there, just an actor. Someone was holding that cat up.
He was a crisis cat.
Yeah. paid crisis cat.
I like
Listen,
it.
guys, I still don't know anything about the band The Monkees, but when it comes to evolution, I'm a believer.
Evolution, I'm not your stepping stone.
Nice. Rach, we got anything to catch up on before we get into this show? You're muted or
Yeah,
something.
hear you, Rach.
Yeah.
Oh, I was muted. Technics tipped the show and said, "Hey, Bunster, the show starts off monetized now." So thanks, Technics, for starting us off.
Nice.
David Ruiz tipped the show and said he wants to know what's the best insult that you guys have ever heard or said to someone.
One time I owed a guy extorted some money from me, and as I wrote the check to him, I said, you better hope a doctor never gives me 3 months to live, because if he does, you have 2 months to live. And then I handed him the check. I don't know if that's an insult or not, but I felt
I actually have a story about that same person because I was involved in that as well. I gave him my check and I said, last piece of advice. I've given you a lot of advice over the years. Don't spend all of this quickly because it's the last dollar in comedy you'll ever make. And I was not wrong.
I just want to make clear, I'm really sorry I did that to both of you. I was young.
Yeah, Ben's just on the show to work off the money he owes me and Steve from the time he extorted us. That's the thing hiding this whole time, as Ben Gleib is the evil comic we all hate.
Extort. I don't think extort is the right word. It's stole.
No, extort. It was, give me this money or I'm not going to sign the paper and you're going to be stuck in this lease for another 10 years.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's extortion.
Yeah, that's extortion. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, Rachel, what else
Also
we got?
had Buns tipped the show and said, "Don't be mean to Bowers," and that was when we were making fun of you because of Charlie Sheen thing.
Oh, okay.
Iris Cheerin tipped the show £5. Your London show, I'm assuming Steve, can't change to my 2-year-old's birthday, so we can't go. But you're still online, being awesome. So thank you. Happy Hanukkah for next week.
Let me just quickly point out that I love that Rachel assumed that was Steve. It's actually my London show she's referring to. I'm kidding. No, it's definitely Steve.
Well, and also, and not to be a dick, but your 2-year-old won't remember whether you're at their birthday or not. They have no concept. Last year, you could not be at their birthday, and they won't be sad. So this is the year to go to the show.
I actually did
celebrate
it.
your third birthday.
I did it specifically because I was hoping you would celebrate the kid's birthday at the show because I'm looking for new content. So if you could bring the 2-year-old and all their friends to the show, I think that would be a hell of a video. So together they're all 18, right? Add them up.
I love the concept of Steve just eviscerating a young child that can't speak. That's what I want to see.
My youngest heckler I've ever dealt with was 5.
Really?
So yeah, I mean technically there have been babies at shows, but they didn't really do it on purpose. There was a 5-year. There is a clip where I'm talking to a 5-year-old, where someone brought a 5-year-old to a show.
What did the 5-year-old say to you?
Well, the 5-year-old, I was joking around with him about like how he was, kind of behaving well, and then he started trying to like tell me a story, and then I had to cut him off and be like, no, this is not what happens right now, and I had to like tell a 5-year-old like this is not your show, which is a weird thing to say to a 5-year-old.
Were his parents mad when he told him to shut the fuck up?
No, his parents, like the fun of the clip is that I was kind of teasing a little bit. I was like, I don't know if I can say anything because there's a kid here. And then, like, the parents are like, oh, he's heard way worse. I'm like, good. Well, then whatever you did is fucking ridiculous. Why would you do this? Like, this is... Why'd you bring a child to listen to me? And then I did this whole thing about how it's so ridiculous because in, like, 15 years, someone's going to be watching some clip of mine. And he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I saw him when I was 5. And then they're all going to think he's insane because they're like, no 5-year-old would ever actually see me. And I think that was actually, like, 10 years ago. I think he might be old enough to watch this now. So... What's up, kid?
I just love the idea that you talked to someone and then got to a 5-year-old, no less, and then got mad they talked to you back.
No. It was the kid. He was already interrupted.
You talk to drunk people and expect them not to respond to you. That's what drunk people.
He was already interrupted. It was more. I was more making fun of like his parents for having him there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that baby. Rach, what else?
Yep, a few more things. Alexander Breyer tipped the show and said scientists taught a gorilla about death and that it would eventually die, and gave it depression. That's really sad.
That's not well, now
you don't think gorillas were ever afraid of death before?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just learned right now that gorillas die, apparently.
They don't evolve into humans?
Yeah, I thought they shed their skin, or it's like a Pokemon thing. I don't know.
Damn.
And then 2 more. So Dana tipped the show. So yesterday was it's called Giving Tuesday, and she forgot, and today she tipped us $100 and said, I was gonna Venmo SDSC the show yesterday, but I was having so much fun watching that I forgot. Oops. So thank you, Buns.
That's awesome. And speaking of Dana, Dana also gave a very generous gift to the Martin Grant yesterday, and there were a bunch of viewers that donated to the Martin Grant yesterday, so very much appreciate it.
Very cool.
And then lastly, Technics tipped the show and said, I only heard Abnorm McDonald's Arrival and Laugh Out Loud. So why don't we get Ricky started?
Nice. All right, Greg Segue. Coming on the stage now. You've seen his dry bar special. Give her Ricky Glore, everybody. Woo!
Hey, I'm Ricky Glore. A lot of comedians, they'll talk about their significant others, their wives and their girlfriends, and they'll make fun of them, and they'll be like, "Whoa, women are different than men." I'm going to do that too. First thing I don't understand about my wife. Holiday candles. Holiday candles are the ones that just kind of got set out, like right now, right at the beginning of December. December 1st hits, put out the holiday candle, the ones that are like evergreen, balsam, holly, jolly, gumdrop nonsense. But as soon as the holiday ends, my wife will box them up and she'll put them in a closet where we can't find them next year, because that's a fun game. And then she goes out and immediately buys all new scented candles. Why can't we use Christmas candles all year round? Are we worried we're going to have guests come over in July? They're going to smell the candles and be like, "Oh, what day is it? Is it Christmas?" I've done zero shopping. I gotta go. Second thing that I hate that my wife absolutely loves are those little weird ones. You know, the ones that have sayings etched into them? Ones that say things like, home is where the heart is. And a house is just a house. Until it's filled with the ones you love, then it's a home. Who are these signs for? And why are we making our guests read as soon as they come into our home? You're like, oh, is there going to be a test later? I got to read that. Take a picture. They're not for me. If they were, they'd be honest. And they'd say things like, home is where my farts are. And a house is just a house until I get there, immediately take off my pants, and then it's a home. Other thing, my mother-in-law is also in cahoots with my wife with these things that I hate. And the thing that she buys her to no end, we have so many of them, are decorative hand towels. You know the ones I'm talking about? The ones that have like pictures of cats on them with their paws up, and they all say things like, my favorite day of the week is Purrs Day. They're the ones that when I'm in the kitchen and I accidentally spill something, I grab it real quick to wipe it up, but oh no, it doesn't do it. It just pushes the water all around the kitchen floor, turning it into a slip and slide death game. I asked my mother-in-law one time, Brenda, why? Why do you buy us so many of these when they don't even do their primary function, which is to absorb? And she said, and I quote, I know, but don't they look nice? So I have a plan. This year for Christmas, I'm going to buy Brenda a roll of decorative toilet paper.
Yes.
She's in the bathroom for hours, wiping that thing like she's wiping a marker. Nothing. I'm just going to hear her yell from the bathroom, this isn't doing anything! And I'm going to come up to the door like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. And I'm going to be like, I know, but doesn't it look nice? Actually, my wife and I, we do agree on horror movies. We love watching horror movies, especially 90s ones. We learned, though, that all 90s horror movies are the same. They all start off, they introduce you to a batch of teenagers. And you got to guess which one of these a-holes is going to be revealed to be the killer at the end. The thing we've noticed is it's never the fat kid. It's like me. It never gets to the end of the movie and they're pulling off their mask and they're like, and the killer was me the whole time. Because the other kids would be like, yeah, bro, we knew it was you. Not like 80 pounds on all of us. Pull out that black robe you're wearing. Earlier, when you were chasing us through the woods with that axe, you were breathing pretty heavy. And at one point, you lean up against a tree to catch your breath. Are you okay, bro? I'm just happy. Modern horror movies, they have to spend like the first half an hour figuring out a clever way to get rid of cell phones. I just wish that we never had cell phone in horror movies. Thank God for old horror movies, you know, pre-cell phone. They would have ruined them. Can you imagine Psycho? Janet Leigh's driving down that highway. It's like 2 o'clock at night. It's thunderstorm, raining. She's getting tired. Her eyelids are falling. And she sees that oasis of the neon sign, the Bates Motel in the distance. And she goes, oh my God, now I can pull off for the night. But then she goes, you know what? Let me see what its Yelp review is. Owner watches you while you take a shower and has mommy issues. Let's go to the Holiday Inn. We both love watching the horror movies. Like my wife will just watch them eating popcorn, eyes glued wide open, throwing back gobs of popcorn, all up until the point that a small dog enters a horror movie. As soon as a dog enters a horror movie, my wife will snap up and she will go, no! They touched one hair on that poor defenseless animal's head, I'm going to get up and stop watching this movie. Luckily, honey, the hockey mask killer, he only kills adults, teenagers, super small children, but has a soft spot for Shih Tzus. That's why we watch horror movies. We want to see the mutilations and the decapitations. But I guess it would be weird if before watching one of these movies, you heard someone behind you say, I just want to see how many dogs they kill. It's gonna get rough. Rust.
Oh God.
That's what we're gonna hear on the show tonight. My wife and I, we actually met online. We were online daters. And if you know online dating, you know, you go to the person's profile and you just have the picture. My wife had a picture and she was wearing a hat. I have a theory about hats, especially women who wear them. The bigger the hat, the crazier the woman. They're like mid-level crazy. I decided to tell this to my wife on her anniversary. She got mad and she said, oh, I'm wearing a hat now. Do I look crazy? Do I look crazy? And I said, yes. It's midnight. We're in bed. Take off the sombrero.
Breaking Glore, everybody. Breaking Glore. The tip jar is open. If you want to tip, you can do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. PayPal at SDSC. These aren't mine. I'm at an Airbnb. You can PayPal at SDSC.com. You can super chat on the YouTube. Do all that. But yeah, these are at the Airbnb that I'm staying at. They're actually you could change the order depending on what's important.
My experience is if after loving you laugh, you don't get to live, but that's neither here nor there.
What'd you say?
I said, in my experience, if you laugh after we love, you don't get to live. But that's
fair. How terrifying would it be if I walked into the Airbnb and these two weren't there, but it just said this?
I just love the idea that you carry around the country. The only thing you have with you is some clothes and your portable live, laugh, love sign. That's really
absolutely. Gotta live, you gotta love, you gotta laugh, Bowers.
That's a Steve
or
Hofstetter.
How you read it. Maybe they're like, oh, it's live. It's not a simulation. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Two things about your set, Ricky. One, I told him with you on the big hats. I agree with that theory. And two, that's just based on personal experience. Maybe I'm based on people I may or may not have dated. And two, I can't get over the distance of this pipe and drape you got in the background because you absolutely, because you're also so far from the camera, you could just be closer to the camera. The curtain could be closer to the camera, and you could absolutely have that fill the frame.
I actually have, but I set it up and I couldn't. So now I just have all these horror movies behind me.
I love that you keep your horror movies in your basement next to your water heater.
For sure.
A little scary.
It's like a really good amount of puppets, like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. Too many puppets.
Also,
okay. Well,
what is that in the on the shelf to your left behind you? Is that Crisco oil? Like a ton of oil?
Yes, for the popcorn machine.
Oh, right, that makes sense. And is this a basement that we're in right now, right?
Yeah, sure is. Northern Kentucky.
So your wife supports your comedy career, but she's like, but just do it down in the cold cement basement.
Yes, because she had to put our 18-month-old daughter to sleep at 6:30. That sounds really weird to say.
That's sad.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's
sad. Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
Wait, Ricky, was there no cure?
No, she was fine. She just would had these flaws, and we're like, oh, we don't want to do that, and you made them putting them down.
Yeah, some people leave the kids behind when they move. You know, I know how it just happens.
As a fellow fat guy, I'm very disappointed there's some popcorn left in that machine. What the
Whoa!
fuck?
What the hell? Like this optical illusion, I could be very svelte, And you're like, hey, fatty, I'm fat too.
Hey, I own my own popcorn machine too, dude. There's just never any extra popcorn in it. That's all I'm saying.
Also, Ricky, you couldn't tell that joke about the horror movie and it being the fat kid unless you identified as one.
That's true. That's true. I did say that.
It's why you can't be a ghost if you're fat on Halloween. You just look like a snowman. It's very sad.
Ben turned into a gay Burt Reynolds during the break there.
Howdy,
Don't be the anal bandit.
Rachel, what we got?
In movies right now?
All
No,
right.
not smoking,
We have
the anal bandit.
we've got Kim Stewart tipped Ricky $5 and said to buy some more candles to cover up your farts.
Wait,
Ricky doesn't,
I'm a fat
Ricky
guy
doesn't
in my
remember
car.
he doesn't even remember he made a fart joke. He's like, how do they know I fart so bad? They know.
Technics tipped 5 Canadian and said, Ricky, great set. I was a Ricky virgin. You might make a Glore whore out of me yet. That's what your fans are called, right? Love the physical comedy.
Yeah, and when he
Every Saturday we meet at the Glory Hole, and pretty glorious.
how did you not just call it the Glore hole? I don't understand.
Glore hole.
The E is silent.
What's crazy is I played football and baseball all through high school, and I never had Pussy Galore or Glore Hole as a nickname. How did that happen? But it's in Kentucky.
Well, you grew up in a place where they couldn't fully read. So
I can understand why you didn't have Pussy Glore, but I am confused by Glore Hole. I'll grant you that.
I like that you just had a mustache, like how I have a puppet nearby. You just had a mustache nearby.
It's a filter, Ricky.
No, it's not.
I think it's a real mustache. It looks like a real
No,
mustache.
it's not. It's a filter.
no, the whole thing is a filter. That's Bowers.
During my break,
Hat a
I also
filter?
have a cowboy hat down here because I have a bunch of costumes from when I produced musicals, where we did Smokey and the Bandit the musical in Chicago with a 5-piece country band. So I'm gonna grab that costume during my break and put it on.
Look, and I'll be honest with you, they called me Smokey and the Bandit in high school because I liked weed and I ran out one time. You know what I mean?
It's
Rachel, what else we
definitely a
got?
filter, right? Now I'm confused. It's definitely, yeah, it is. Okay.
No.
Ben's doing Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds, which I think is great. I think what you're doing right now is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't do that.
All right, Dana tipped Ricky $5 and said, "Holiday candles and decorator TP, you're killing me. Thank you."
Thank you so much. Okay.
Tam $5. Ricky, for the decorative toilet paper, I loathe decorative towels and will enjoy aiding you in your revenge.
They don't absorb anything.
It's because you got to wash them once before a towel works. That's the problem.
I don't think that's how.
Ricky, don't get
No,
into it.
if you wash those towels, they'll absorb stuff. They just don't absorb stuff till you wash them. That's how towels work. You can't take a towel home from a regular bath towel. You can't take home from Target and dry yourself off with it. It won't. It's got stuff on it. You got to wash out.
Oh, I'm gonna fall into a Google trap later.
It keeps it from absorbing shit at the store. It's a chemical. You don't know that? That's
No,
why
that's
if you wash a snowman towel, it'll absorb stuff, but they'll ruin the snowman. That's why decorative towels don't work. But it's a chemical they put in towels so they don't absorb stuff at the store. They're not allowed to absorb till you wash them once. It unlocks their power.
He is saying this confidently enough for everybody to believe it.
yeah.
he
He's
is.
wearing a
It's
tinfoil
can't
hat
be
while saying that.
Can I be honest? I completely agree with Bowers. That's why I always air dry. And also, you know what I just learned is the key to a Burt Reynolds impression is just great fake gum chewing work.
Yeah, that's the key.
All right, we also had
Pardon my
Allie.
teeth, though.
Allie tipped Ricky $6 and said, "Ricky Glore for decorative toilet paper. Happy holidays to you and yours."
Which, by the way, Ricky is now doing his costume change.
I appreciate
Okay,
it.
he can still hear me though.
Yeah.
Nice.
So happy.
We didn't ask you to get your Kentucky driver's license. That's
I love that.
You look like the
Ricky
drunk
just turned
cook.
himself into a scarecrow.
I look like John Popper. That's who I look like. I'll bring you down.
Oh, you look like the guy at every campfire that cooks the beans. I'm sorry, but that's the guy. You're...
Punch a horse later.
Yeah, except after seeing your act, the hook actually brings you off stage. You know what I'm saying?
And definitely by my body shape, there's nothing running around.
We also had Aaron Kelly tip $5 and said, donation to Ricky's wife's 2021 scented candle collection.
Nice.
I love that. She's going to ask for all of this. She already, like 90% of my act is about my wife, and she already thinks that she should get cut in.
Well, here's some more then. Chris LaBelle.
Does she want half your drink tickets? What are you talking about?
Half of my no-shows.
Bowers. 1.5 of those chicken fingers are hers.
Look, I know Bowers pretty well. Bowers would rather give up half of his community property than half his drink tickets. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true.
Chris LaBelle, $5. I loved your set. I have a mock sign I made for Live, Laugh, Love that says "Alive, haha, fuck."
And that's what he imagines his fan says to him before every evening. I'm alive, haha, fuck me.
From the grave. If it takes him a little bit, give him some space.
Right.
Peter Amsel, 5 Canadian. Thanks for the laughs. Matthew Plummer, $5. Ricky, I totally would leave because of the candles. That might be because I hate all scented candles, though.
It's true. All candles are scented. Just some just smell like wax.
Well, it's true. It's true. And actually, like, it is frustrating. Women assume that men want their place. Like, my girlfriend, if I leave the house for like a half day, I come back and it smells like vanilla in the whole house. And I just don't understand. I think women want their places to smell good, whereas men just want their places to smell not bad. We just want neutral smell. We come home and it's like, what is this, a Sephora? I don't understand what's happening.
My favorite is you go nose blind to what you smell like. So we'll be gone for like a week and we'll come back. Chris is like, what's our apartment smell like? I'm like, us. That's what we smell like. It smells like us.
I
like,
think
no,
Bowers...
like, no, that's what we smell like.
Bowers just proved exactly what we were trying to explain to him a couple days ago about his jeans.
I don't mean
Both.
a bad odor. I just mean an odor of what you smell like. We all have a smell.
By the way, Ben, both spellings.
What?
Genes.
Oh,
Yeah,
genes.
Darwin. Yeah. Bringing it back to the Darwinism.
No, I love that. I love that. Thank you.
A few more
That's
things
the
to get
worst
through.
yes and that was
The thread.
What you want to do in an improv scene is I love that. Thank you. The person's comment. I love that. Thank you. Take the scene nowhere from there.
I actually do improv. I say,
sometimes they love you. I love you. Thank you. That's the
Thank
perfect
you.
answer.
No, I do yes and have a good night, everybody. That's what you say.
That's like when people say that asshole comment, and people actually say this in life. It blows my mind. What kind of selfish, self-absorbed assholes? If you haven't seen somebody in a long time, and you say, "So good to see you," and they say, "It's good to be seen." What kind of asshole?
I've been living in invisibility for so long.
By the way, that's
I had to be seen.
By the way, Ben.
I'm not
Ben,
judging this, Ben, but I've never. No one's ever said that to me.
Oh, it happened.
No,
Maybe that's a
Ben, when someone said that to you, it was because they had been in a coma for 20 years, and I think that they were just expressing that it's good to be out, and you're being a little selfish about this.
So in this scenario, this person who was in the coma was never seen. They didn't have any family that visited them during the coma.
Nope. No family at all. By the way, it's really hard to take me seriously with this filter on, and this is.
Oh, that's a filter? I thought you had a barrage.
Put you into a tiny party. Or tiny pizza on your head.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. If it was supposed to be a party hat, but it looks like a piece of pizza.
Oh, it does look. I thought it was pizza. Can you move your head to where it goes to your mouth?
I thought it was a really gross candy corn.
Can you eat it?
Just that kid in training.
Somebody please meme that with dicks.
This is my new
And do
favorite
the
game.
same with Ben's Burt Reynolds, please.
All right, catch us up, Rach. We gotta get.
All right. Zara tipped Ricky $5. I agree with you on the big hats. Most certifiable women I ever dated, and my standard cautionary dating tale wore cowboy hats.
That's the same thing as it goes for horsewomen. Like if you're ever on a dating profile and you see a girl or a woman that is next to a horse, stay away. That is a red flag central.
You are literally describing my ex-girlfriend. Also, so many women wear literally a witch's hat, like all the time, and think it's the most fashionable hat, and it's a witch's hat.
What's
I
that?
find
Look
this
at Rachel.
incredibly offensive. I'm really upset about this right now.
Is that on your dating profile?
Oh
I
no.
don't have a dating profile.
Oh well.
Am I spotlit? I can't see. Oh, there we go. It's a unicorn. Not really.
Oh,
If you're dating
my
that person, their ringtone is that song like, hey, she's a crazy bitch, but she looks so
Ricky, and I understand that I still have this filter on, and I'm gonna really, it's not as good when I have this on. But Ricky, I think I need to point out that you clearly have dating experience in Northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like all of your things
Everything
are
you're
just like,
saying.
oh man, and if a girl's wearing plaid and has a truck and loves country music, and we're like, that's not as we don't.
Hey,
see it.
If a girl's your cousin,
If a girl can't hit a spittoon 8 out of 10 times, that bitch crazy. Fucking just
Yeah.
know that.
you might
You're
be
like,
a
oh.
crazy Kentucky girl if.
I gotta
It's
warn you
different-
about those girls that don't play cornhole well. Like it's a very regional thing.
And I want to say I also take a little bit of offense because there's difference between Northern Kentucky, which is basically Cincinnati, and then
Yep.
Kentucky. So.
That's why I usually tell people when where I'm from, I say Cincinnati, because if I say Kentucky, they're like, oh, is that what the Creationist Museum is?
Yeah, they're right.
And
Like,
it is.
no,
That-
no.
that
One day
is.
it wasn't there, but then the next, bam, there it was just out of thin air.
I actually took a picture of while they were building it. I took a picture of it for that reason. That same like the idea of, hey, look, things don't just magically appear. Sometimes.
I
And,
have a crazy creationist story, but I won't take up more time because I know you guys
Well,
need to go on.
Okay, did you hear about the guy who got hit by lightning on the zip line at the Creationist Museum? If that doesn't tell you God doesn't believe in this shit, I don't know what does. Once you get hit by lightning at the Creationist Museum, just stop what you're doing. Right?
That's
I love that every time you said creationism in that sentence, you said it both ways. You say like, at the Creationism Museum, at the Creationism Museum, you're not sure which one to say, are you, Bowers?
They say it both ways. It's part of the sign.
All right,
We have
gotta
another
catch up.
comic to get to, guys.
Yeah, Rachel,
All right,
get through it.
So
Let's go.
Lilith tipped Ricky $5. I love big hats and I cannot lie. Jake Parker $5. Cedar and balsam Yankee Candle all year long.
Nice.
Zara tipped the show and can confirm Sammy's fact, especially baboons can recognize combinations of letters. Technics tipped the show. Taylor, omnipotent in it, God, on behalf of Chris.
Omnipotent.
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 Still not.
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent. It means all powerful.
Omnipotent.
Like
Let's
if
just
you
have
were
that word.
omnipotent, you would have the
Omnipotent
powers to
means
read that
able-
word.
Able to pronounce any word. You're omnipotent. That's how it works.
And
Yeah.
impotent means something completely
Just
different.
say that word
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah, and if you're I'm impotent, yeah, it's
Yeah, that's something completely different.
And if you're impotent, it's you can't get it up, but you're very chill about it.
and if your home's impotent, you have these signs.
All right, last one before Sammy. Zara fact checked us and said the story about a gorilla being taught about death resulting in prolonged depression was fake. Check the stud books and I can't find a Quigley. Also, those research ethics would be dubious. But Coco the gorilla learned about the permanence of death when her first kitten died. Also, chimpanzees do perform death rituals.
So apparently, some cat is banging a gorilla in this story, and that's what's confusing.
No, they gave a gorilla a kitten, and then the kitten got hit by a car, and then they had to explain to the gorilla the kitten was dead, and the kitten was very sad because it was a cat person or cat gorilla or whatever, and then it got 8 other cats, and it lived by itself for a very long time. It's a very sad story. It died
I think
alone.
it's time for a comment.
Anyway,
Sammy!
Bowers knows
What
too
a
much
great
about
intro.
this.
Hell of a lead-in for a comic.
Yeah.
And I
Anything else?
guess you're gonna say
caught up?
Sammy's
We're
name
caught up.
wrong first and then correct it. It's also your favorite.
Obeid Obed.
I do it every time. Coming up now, Sammy Obeid. Everybody, let's go. Woo!
Hey, hey! It's an easy name to remember because it's like the past tense of obey. So my name's a complete sentence. Sammy Obeid. Very sad story of my life. I actually have a cousin. His name is Obeid Obeid. You don't got to tell that guy twice. Yeah, so I had a decent Thanksgiving. I have qualms about calling it Thanksgiving because, like, what is it we really do on Thanksgiving? We like acknowledge the Native Americans and then we stuff ourselves. So I call it Indigenous Indigestion Day. Feel free to use that. What else is going on? We got the vaccine out. Anybody want to be the first one? Anybody? Bowers is down, Steve's down. I like it. Bold. That's great. You know, they're doing the trials now, and they said that the common side effects that everybody's having with the trials is fatigue, chills, and body pain. So same thing as getting the virus. Side effect is COVID. Elon Musk, he took a test. He took 2 tests, right? And he tested positive on one and negative on the other. So you could say he's COVID neutral. Anyways, I haven't been here since like the election ended, and it was like things were like being decided at the time. But you know, if you're happy about it, give it up for our new president, Kamala Harris. Yeah. America wasn't ready for a woman of color president, but we found a loophole, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah. So I had this. The crazy thing about this week, I had this bit that I did on this show once. Basically, it's a math pun because I'm a math major, and I said Trump is a flat outlier, like outlier in statistics. And I posted it on YouTube like 6 months ago, and for some reason it just blew up in the last week. Like when Trump supporters are like extra salty for whatever reason, so it's like just throwing salt on the wound, and I love it. Like I wake up to death threats every morning. But I just keep playing dumb. Like, it's just a math joke, guys, you know? And like, one of the Trump supporters was just like, you know, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave the office. So I just responded with more math. I was just like, you know, the property in math that A times B in parentheses squared equals A squared times B squared. Do you guys know that? And then I was like, see, that's a graceful transfer of power.
Yeah.
But, you know, growing up, you know, when people would like, would kind of like make a threat that something was going to keep going, they'd always say it's far from over. And I always wondered what that meant. And now I finally do. It means 2 months. So, anyways, I know it's been a rough year for a lot of people. Everybody's been through it this year, and all the signs were there, you know, like I miss the simpler times when there was like almost a World War III, you know, and then at the beginning we lost Kobe. Like that was so sad. And everybody asked the same question at the beginning of the year. Like, why did Kobe have to be on that helicopter? You know? And then like a few months later, like, damn, I wish I was on that helicopter.
Oh my god.
Sorry guys, this is dark as I'm going today. Don't you worry. I don't have a popcorn machine, but I got an air filter back there, so I'm doing all right. I'm always looking for life hacks, and like, you know, things to save time. And I have one for one of my least favorite things in the world. My least favorite thing in the world is to remove the wet clothes from the washing machine and put them in the dryer. You ever been through that? You're like taking them one at a time, but it's like too slow and you're getting all wet. So then you just try to take like a whole bunch, but then they fall and you're like trying to rationalize, well, the dryer's going to probably disinfect it because it's hot, you know, and then you put it in. I hate that so much. So I live in an apartment complex. So I realized a little life hack. If you want to not have to do that at all you got to do is leave them in the washer for a rudely long amount of time. They will get moved. You can do the same thing with the dryer too. If you leave your basket there, it'll go from the dryer to the basket. And if you're lucky, like there's 1 out of 2 chance you'll have someone with a type A personality and they'll actually fold it for you. So that's I usually put a note like I prefer them folded, and it works out usually. But I recently had one of my biggest adult realizations that everybody has to have at some point in their life, and I'm sure you can relate. At some point in your adult life, you have to decide, do I want to be terrified and alone or perpetually annoyed at one person? right? And I decided that I prefer to be terrified and alone. That's just like, it works for me, you know? I realized this when I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, oh my God, am I going to be like this forever? Am I never going to find my true love? And then I realized that I woke me up. You know what I mean? I wasn't woken up by a snore or somebody going like this or hogging the blankets, because everybody's greedy, you know? So. But thank you so much. One thing I do miss, I haven't done in a long time, I miss flying. I used to fly out of Burbank. I don't know if there's any like people in the valley here watching the show, but it's the small airport. Ben, I know you would fly out of Burbank sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Small airport with the outdoor planes. You gotta like walk up the stairs, like they make you do half the elevation for them. And one of my last flights, it was in January, but it's 80 degrees in the valley still in January. I'm like, I walk up the stairs and I was like sweating from my face. I was just so excited to get inside the plane. And the flight attendant was like, hey, could you stand right there outside for a moment? We actually have to serve drinks to first class, so we need this area clear. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here I am with 2 3-ton bags on my shoulders, but please make sure 4A gets their champagne. So I'm just standing there like an idiot in the boiling sun, sweating from my face. And I'm wearing my glasses, so like they're sliding down my nose. And people are lining up behind me. The line's getting long, and they didn't hear what she said to me, so they just think I don't know how to board. I look like a grandma too, like with my glasses. So finally, one guy's like, "Hey, genius! Hey, genius! Do you know how planes work? You can get on." And I turned around, I looked at him, and my glasses just fell right off my face, but I caught them. And everybody started laughing. But you can't tell when people are laughing at you or with you when you can't see them, you know? So like, it felt like a comedy show, and I just kind of like perked up with confidence, and I just looked back at the guy, and I was just like, I know how planes work. And that's how I lost my TSA pre-check. But as an Obeid. Thank you so much. I'm Sammy Obeid.
Sammy Obeid, everybody. Sammy Obeid. I got sunburnt just listening to that plane story. Ladies and gentlemen, please, tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, super chat on the YouTube. Do all of that stuff. And Sammy, the laundry story very much hit home for me. In my mother's old building, there was like, it was a very big apartment building, and it was all laundry like for everybody downstairs. So there's like 20 machines. And I came down once, and someone had taken my stuff out of the washer before it had finished and put it on the floor.
Ooh.
I didn't, that was one of those things where like usually I'm like big on revenge and justice, and I'm like, I don't know what to do here. Like, I don't know, in this situation, do I do the same to them? Do I find everyone they've ever loved and murder them? Like, what's appropriate to do in that situation?
And Bowers is such an empath, that's why he doesn't wash his jeans.
Yeah, well, my favorite thing is saying that story at the end where the guy yelled, called you an idiot or whatever. I thought you were going to tell us that's how you met Steve Hofstetter the first time. Was he?
No, Steve flies out of LAX.
No, Bowers, I'd have been in the plane already.
No, there's no first class in Southwest, Sammy. I don't know what fucking lying story you're telling about flying out of Burbank, but I know you're on Southwest. You're a fucking comic. Shut up. I was flying United out of Burbank.
A-list. I should have said A-list. I'm sorry.
And please forgive me, I missed some of your set, Sammy. I'm reading the prequel to your life story.
Ah!
Thank you.
That's my cousin's brand.
Wonderful.
All right, so we've got Ali Torres tipped $5 and said, Sammy, I'm gonna start calling Thanksgiving Indigestion Day. Thanks for the laughs. Oof, say that.
You can add in Dungeons and Dragons to the end too if you want.
No.
Rachel's having one of those 403 strokes again.
We also had Technics 2 Canadian, the basket near the machine trick, perfect.
That was your problem, Steve. You
all
put your
down.
basket on the floor. They'd just put your wet clothes in the basket, and you'd have been fine.
No, and in that building, if I put a basket on the floor, someone would have stolen the basket.
That's just got a little sad.
Is she?
Okay,
yes, she
that's
is.
sign
That
2
was
of
such
a
a sad
stroke.
story.
That was
Rachel
sign
was just
2
taking
of
a moment.
stroke.
She might finally just be
Frozen
sleeping.
face, mispronouncing words.
She said she was tired, so you know.
Sorry. Sorry, she's just tired. I don't know from what, but she's just very tired today. Long night.
I think she's gone. Oh no.
All right, we'll get her back. We'll yeah. All right,
That was a
we'll
good
get her
set,
back.
Sam. I like the transfer power joke. Your math jokes always make me laugh, even if I don't understand the math completely. But I trust you on it, so I just laugh anyway, even if I don't quite completely know what you're talking about.
Sammy, I'll fill in the time here. Sammy got at least a $1 tip from somebody, and then also from somebody else, another tip. This is like when I was listening to Ronald Reagan's audiobook, and he was one time announcing a baseball game, but he was doing it remotely because they didn't fly them out to the location, and they lost the signal while the guy was at the plate. So to not lie and not report like a strikeout or a hit that wasn't real, Reagan just kept making up foul balls. So literally, for like 4 minutes, he was like, another foul. Well, that's another foul. The guy had 17 foul balls before the connection came back. So that was,
All right, well, I do have the Venmo access. So, Matthew Plummer tipped $5, said, Sammy, in the 3 years I've lived in this apartment complex with one shared washer dryer, I've seen the lint trap clean before I use it exactly twice. You're terrible but hilarious.
the Lynn Trap was a really boring sequel to that Lindsay Lohan movie.
Yeah. Jake Parker threw in $5, says graceful transfer of $5 from me to you. Bethany Hodges with $20 says for Sammy for the math jokes. And then Zabunst said, Sammy, your joke resulted in death threats from Trumpies. How to make a math nerd a cool dude in one step. Kim Stewart, $10 says, Sammy, I love your math skills. Tam Brown says, Sammy, I want to, $5 says, Sammy, I want to make a math joke, but I can't think of one, and now I feel so obtuse. I loved your set. By the way, Tam, that was a cute joke.
That was right. That was right, Steve.
And then, thanks. Then Ron Gould threw in $6.28, says for Sammy, I love the math jokes. Here's $2 pi dollars.
Nice.
And I think we are caught up.
Rachel seems to be back. Rachel,
I'm
back?
here. I'm on my phone, but I have zero internet.
I did the Venmo.
Well, so there's other stuff in the Tipsy, the thing Jonathan created.
Okay.
Let me see if I can send. I can't send you a link. Fuck my life.
Perfect. Okay. Meanwhile, should we start the game? We could catch up on those tips later.
Can she get to the game if she can't get?
I literally can't get to anything.
I got a couple game entries here.
Okay.
We can start. Do you want me to start?
Sure.
Okay.
There we go.
Here
My
we go.
God,
All right.
God, that was another foul. Another foul.
All right. Let's start with the front row. So the game, as we said before, the game is Ruin a Movie. You could ruin a movie title any way you want. Have some fun with it. So with that, let's start. Taylor, run this while I get the Venmo together.
Yes, Tam Brown.
I have Saint Tickle Me Elmo's Fire, Breakfast at Tiffany's Club, 16 dozen candles.
Ricky Glore story.
And Shaw Beef Shank Redemption.
Nice.
That improved the movie, Tam.
FYI, my internet is back, so I
And we're
can
back to
access
zero.
everything.
All right, excellent.
Cool. Let's go with Chris LaBelle.
All right. So I have instead of the Princess and the Frog, Queen Rachel and the Nog.
Rude.
I have E.T. the Extra Testicle.
You guys got to stop making movies better.
I have Shaving Ryan's Privates.
All right, Adler.
Just share your porn search history.
All right. So I wanted to get in the hat game. So
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Nice.
an awesome hat.
so we so mine, I thought I was gonna outwit National Lampoon with doing National Lampoon Presents The Naked Gun and American Pie, but they kind of did it for me with this one.
Oh.
Why are you so obsessed with the National Lampoon?
I don't know. I didn't realize anyone knew any of this. Like,
it's also particularly hilarious because, Dave, I don't think you know this, but like, I wrote a book for National Lampoon, and Ben did a TV show for them.
That was the whole beginning of my career, was for National Lampoon Network.
Yeah, and
a whole different set of movies that just go straight to Adler. They just make them and send them right
Holy fuck, Barris. Barris, that was one of the funniest things you've ever said. Holy shit, that was good.
My old talk show definitely was straight to Adler, and they told me I got a 0 rating. So, really struck out on that opportunity.
Sean Ehrlich.
Nice hat. And I love they got the headband on it. That's fucking classic.
Thank you. So I have 2 entries. I have Men in Black Beauty.
Oh my god.
And, you have to have horse fucking in every episode.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Schindler's Naughty List.
Oh my god. Again, you guys and your porn search history. Stop it.
Bill Thompson.
Wait, did you say beauty or booty?
Beauty.
Okay.
Just going with the Monkeys theme from earlier by Curious George.
Nice. Again, more of your porn search histories. What are you guys doing?
Just for the record, I did a cartoon years ago called By Curious George. I brought that to life. It was not necessary. I'll grant you that.
Anyone else in the front row got entries? Wave at me. All right. That is it for.
Are we
front
good?
row.
Okay, so I'm good, right?
Yep.
You're great.
Okay, so here are the rest. I really like some of these unpaid, so I'm gonna do a couple unpaid real quick. So we had Dane Slatton on Facebook, bromancing the stoned.
Nice.
Greg Murphy, Schindler's Shopping List. And then I really love this last one, Grimbeard's Dr. Strangelove, the David Carradine story.
Oh my god.
I love that one.
This would have definitely been on Schindler's Shopping List because you gotta feed those Jews something. You know what I mean?
Can you say us in that so it's not as bad? Also,
us Jews.
Yeah, don't say those Jews.
Schindler's Shopping
Those
List.
Jews is never a good thing to say.
On Schindler's Shopping List, the idea of like he gives a coupon, he's like, I'm trying to save them all.
I get to save 2 for every 1 today.
All right, and here are the rest of the entries. Greg Murphy had Gone with the Window, the life and times of Eric Clapton.
Oh my god. Also, Ben on the second floor.
Oh.
By the way, I actually felt like I always felt a little bit bad about us laughing at that Eric Clapton Fall Out Boy joke back in the day. And then I found out that Eric Clapton is a crazy anti-mask, horrible person. And so fuck him. Let's make the joke.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did a whole song about the government trying to take away your rights. It's very stupid.
Cassie Nolan, The Hobbit, the story of Douche Baggins. Am I gone?
No, you're still here.
Okay. Cassie Nolan, Rain Man, the first Avenger.
Oh my god.
Definitely have special talents. Definitely have special talents.
Oh no.
Definitely gonna destroy you. Definitely gonna destroy you.
Renee Hutchison, Gleibing Las Vegas.
Again, with people's porn search histories, it's enough.
Shannon Savage, The Blue Lagoonies.
They all get naked in the lagoon. That's sad. It's really
It's
gross.
true. Shannon Savage, The talcum powder.
Nice.
Talcum powder.
It's because that famous movie, Talcum.
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of spoons and forks flying towards him, it's just diapers.
Oingo Boingo, long last name. Detective peek at you. Oh.
Oh no.
Wait, for Rachel to not only go, oh, but also even read ahead, you know it's bad.
Well, it's only one word that I had to read ahead.
Oh God.
Amanasala. 50 first date rapes. The Bill Cosby story.
Holy shit.
Definitely makes the movie
Amanasala.
worse, so it follows the rules.
It does ruin a movie. Amanasala, The Hunger Games in Africa.
Oh my God.
Amanasala's having a day, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, holy shit.
He is.
The game is make a bad movie, not a bad person.
I have a theory that Amasala is just Ben, and he puts in the ones he can't say out loud and makes them his alter ego.
Amanasala, Return of the Jedi's Cancer.
Oh.
Can we send like a bouquet or something? Like what?
That's
I think Amanda Salad broke up with him. Is that what's happening here?
Wait, is
Carl.
in Return of the Jedi's cancer? Or are they just like, we've detected too many metachlorians?
Salad broke up. Carl, Star Wars, The Next Generation.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What was it?
Star Wars, The Next Generation. It's normally Star Trek, Ben.
No, I get it.
and the new generation of
Star
Wars
Trek
was
and Star Wars
terrible.
are two different things.
And the new Star Wars was all terrible, so that's what they're saying. The new generation was they ruined regular movies. Yeah, I get it. That was a good joke. That was a solid.
I liked it a great
couple
deal.
layers in there, too.
Got another one from Amanasala. Free his Willy too. Amanasala. Disney's up yours.
By the way, this is how Falling Down started.
David Levy, Citizen Kane and Rosebud, his beloved childhood sled.
What?
That's just ruining the
Ruins
title.
movie because it gives you the end of the movie.
Oh.
Great one. It's fucking spoiler alert.
That-
the title. That's fucking.
That's
great.
great. It took me a second. That's great. And actually, it took me a second and an explanation, but that's great.
Spoiler alert, a title is a good future game, by the way.
Yeah.
It is.
Jonathan S. They're all Meg. So all of these are Meg Ryan films. He's got 3 entries. When Harry met Barber. You've got male genitalia. Tam, reset the counter. And then Prelude to a Brie. Briss.
I love she act like she didn't get caught, then said it like she was kidding on purpose. Oh, that was great.
If Rachel thinks a bris is brie, I would hate to see her eating cheese. I'll be here all night.
Jennifer Story. Booty Call of the Wind. Wild. Booty Call of the Wind. Booty Call of the Wind.
Rachel, you're currently mispronouncing this on 2 different machines.
I'm so tired.
We know you fell asleep on the show earlier.
Did my face freeze like this? Or whatever it was last time?
It was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eyes closed. It was. Great.
Oingo Boingo, long last name. Thanks for the inspiration. 3 Men in Booty. Razor, Schindler's Lisp.
Oh my God. Could just shave them all.
I love that. That's not how lisps go, but I like the joke.
I think that's all of them.
Oh my God.
What do you mean that's not how lisps go? I used to have one.
They don't turn S's into SH's.
Yeah, that's the point of a lisp. That's what
I
it is.
still have a lisp. I still have a minor lisp, and it does not go into an SH. It's more
No,
like
there's two kinds. You could do the TH or the SH. I had the SH one.
There's
which
an
is weird 'cause
SH.
that's my initials.
That's how great you are at self-promotion. Even your lisp promoted your brand.
I started young. I was a great shelf promoter. Yeah, I used to go to speech therapy for it, and I hated it because I couldn't even fucking say the word lisp correctly.
You said lisp? You said lisp?
I mean, not that pronounced, but yeah, there was like a little sh in there. It was lisp.
I think you guys need to have a lip sync battle. All right. Anyway,
The Sean Connery list.
all right. I liked a lot of those. I really liked E.T. Extra Testicle. That was funny. Men in Black Booty. By Curious George. I was gonna vote for Gleibing Las Vegas for a long time, but then Return of the Jedi's Cancer had me for a while. But I think I'm going with Schindler's List. That's really funny and terrible at the same time. That's what I'm going with. Sammy, what was your favorite one?
Schindler's List. I'm sorry. It's always the obvious pun that wins me over that I may take on the road with me one day.
Nice. Ricky, what you like? Which one? Like?
Schindler's List was good. I love the Return of the Jedi's Cancer. I got to go with 16 Dozen Candles, just for the image of them sitting on the table surrounded by 16 dozen candles.
I also think Ricky chose that because he's like, oh, it'd be so great to have that few candles.
You only had 16 dozen. Rach, what was your favorite?
Oh, God. Schindler's List.
All right. Ben.
What was the first two that you said you loved, Bowers?
I said I liked Esther Testicle and Men in Black.
Return of the Jedi's Cancer.
Yeah, I loved E.T. the Extra Testicle, but I'm gonna go with that. I'm going with that.
Extra Testicle.
All right. Well, my vote doesn't matter because Schindler's List has already won, but mine was Star Wars: The Next Generation. I thought that was great. It took me a second, but it was awesome. And that is something where if you earnestly wrote that was your favorite movie, oh boy, would the internet come for you. It'd be so much fun to see. Claim your prize. Whoever won with Schindler's List, claim your prize at go to sdscshow.com and shoot us an email.
Sammy, what would you have any?
Yeah, I have a few. I guess maybe I interpreted the game a little bit differently, but I love all the puns. But mine, I thought it was like ruin a movie.
Sure.
Or maybe I have it right. I don't know. So I got Marley dies.
Oh my God.
She just spoiling all of them.
Yeah, Selena dies. The Godfather dies. The Last Mohican dies. Rio dies. That's the Titanic. No, okay. I have some less dark ones. Let's see. Love is actually not that great. My girl loves bees.
Oh my God. Oh, that one stinks.
A Star is Born, an alcoholic. Brokeback, hate crime. Sorry.
Oh my God.
La La, second place. A Walk to I Don't Remember the Plot. The Room. Get Out of Towns with Predominantly White People.
Oh my God.
There Will Be Blood, but not a lot. Oceans Too Many. This is inspired by a recent one I just watched, The Call of the Wild, It's Not a Real Dog. The Wolf of Leo got paid $25 million to do Quaaludes. 1984, not accurate. The Dark Knight Rises to Shoot. Sorry. That was bad. Nobody even laughed at that one. That's good. Goodfellas, ironic name. Eternal Sunshine of Brain Disorders.
Sammy, did you do one for every movie?
Yeah, Ben's getting real mad right now. You're about to beat Ben's record of 31.
I'm still in the 90s right
10
now.
more.
Okay, no, I have two more. diehard Bruce Willis is a Trump supporter. And the Blair Witch Low Budget Project.
Nice.
Nicely done, which is good because we got to give this banquet hall back in about 10 minutes. So.
Rick, do you have any?
I'll just do one, and it's my favorite James Bond movie. Neil Diamonds Are Forever.
Nice.
Every kiss begins with Agent K. So go ahead.
I just had one which was Breakfast at Tiffany Trump's.
Nice.
Rach, do you have any?
I've got two. So Austin Powers, International Man of Misery, and then Ferris Bueller's Jerk Off.
Again, enough with the porn search history. I only have. I just got 5. Ben, what do you got?
I got 10.
All right. You want? I'll do 1 and you do 2.
Sure.
All right. I have Reservoir Cats.
I've got Forrest Pumps Breast Milk.
Oh my god.
And I've got On the Boulder Font.
I have Air Canada Airplane.
I've got Apocalypse at some point in the future. Also got Little Miss Moonshine.
Nice. I have Stan's Labyrinth.
I've got The Tale of a Woman Who Starts Both a Babysitting Business and an Egg Business, Egg Ventures and Babysitting.
Oh my god.
I've also got There Will Be Notes.
I have Close Countertops of the Third Kind.
I've got Okay Fellas. I've also got 12 Patient Men.
My last one is My Mentos.
Nice. I've got 2 more. 12 Years a Slave to This Kitchen. And instead of Fargo, Close Go. I ended weak. I ended very weak on that. I'm sorry.
Instead of Fargo, I have Billings.
Sammy, do more.
All right, we did it. We made it through. It's time to watch some Leedy drawing. So, Ben, sing the song.
It's drawing time for singing the song that Leedy does. The drawings are coming at us now because they're already done.
That was great. It gets more literal every time. All right. First, I just think you guys should form like a boy band that's just cowboy hats. That's it. And then I have Sammy Obeid. Okay, yeah, whatever you say. And then I have Steve's audience. Fuck that baby.
Bowers is pointing at an individual baby.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Also, out of context, that is a rough one.
Yep.
Again with the search history. Okay. Where did that one I just had go? It's fine. I'll find it later. I have one that I apologize in advance for. Hey. I got Gus is okay. Gus is okay. Oh boy.
What'd you have to Google to draw that picture, Leedy?
What?
What'd you have to Google to draw that picture?
You got me. But then next I don't shit. I just don't shit. And then I have you guys looking through the American flag hat boxes.
That's so good. There's so many of them, and I'm so tired.
And then I have I don't know planes. I know how planes work. Sorry, I forgot my own drawing. And I have Steve's reaction to the joke.
Oh my god.
And then I have Ben as the evil comedy extortioner. And then I have Ben after he finds out that gorillas die. It's a lot of fun to make. And then I have Ricky being the axe murderer, like leaning against the tree with the balaclava and the. And then my very last one.
Yes.
Oh boy.
What a weird looking piece of pizza that is.
I love that it's a shaved piece of pizza.
It's a CBD. That's a CBD gummy.
That's like a cock big dick gummy. You know what I mean? What?
Oh, did I already show home is where my farts are? Maybe that's.
That's a really good one too.
Sorry.
All right, great job, Leedy at Art Firm Right Heroes on Instagram. Follow her around. That's awesome. Speaking of that, Sammy, where do we find you at?
You can find me Sammy Obeid Instagram, or check out my cousin's Obeid. Just kidding. Don't check his out. But yeah, I'm all over the internet, and sorry that I didn't bring a lot of knowledge about the band The Monkees, and I gotta catch the last train to Clarksville. So,
God damn it!
We'll see you next time. Appreciate it, Ricky. Where do we find you, buddy? Plug your show.
That was a little bit you. Now it's a little bit me. And I'm going to be doing a Nowhere comedy show this Saturday, the 5th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Pacific Time. You can follow me at Ricky Glore on Twitter, or stream my album Spitting Image on Spotify. It's available right now.
Very cool. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next time. You can find me at Bowers Comedy as always. Check that out. Ben, what you got coming up?
This Saturday night, I'm doing Gleib Off the Top, crowd work, and improvised madness, and a very special one-time only promotion for the holidays, so you can tell your friends about the show and invite them to experience the madness. If you get a ticket, you get 2 free tickets to bring your friend. You buy it, and we'll send you an email explaining how that works. And so please get a ticket. You also get a discount ticket if you use the link in my Instagram bio. So when you're watching this on Instagram, just toggle right down and you'll see it. And then that was a We're Live on Instagram joke. And next week, after many, many months hiatus, my podcast, Last Week on Earth, returns.
Very cool. Woo. Is that with me and Steve? Since we were the last one, do we get to be the first one on its way back?
You're breaking up.
Okay. Steve, what you got coming up?
That episode is why Ben went off the air. Anyway, check
Some
me out.
things are so good you just can't top them.
Check me out at Nowhere Comedy Club coming up, doing a director's commentary show where I watch some of my Trump heckler clips and break them down. And we're going to have fun surprise guests that we're actually going to announce before the show, so they won't be a surprise. But get your tickets, nowherecomedyclub.com. The
following Saturday, I'm doing a show at Nowhere where I'm watching Steve watching his clips, and I'm making fun of that show. Check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And on that show, if you buy 1 ticket, you get 10 free ones. So.
All right, I've got Yes, I've got like 12 things. So all the YouTube tips from Sammy's set. So Chris LaBelle tipped $5. Your laundry story hit me. Every time I take a sock out of the dryer and it falls on the dirty ground, I die a little.
Absolutely.
And then Zara, Sammy, I love your comedy. Much like Decimals, you're always on point.
Nice.
Grimbeard, 3 pounds. Pie pounds, 3.14 pounds. Pie pounds for the math jokes.
Nice.
Pie pounds. Mary L tipped Sammy $10. Great set. Peter Amsel, 5 Canadian. I love the dark stuff, Sammy. Lilith, $5. The irony of using math on Trumpers is perfection.
Nice.
Ben Sewell, $5. Laundry bit was so relatable. And Steve, that happened to me also. Someone dried a bath rug with the rubber grip and it was disintegrated and left bits of it all over the dryer and lint trap, and I had to clean it out before using it.
Holy shit. Ugh.
Jess tipped Sammy $25. It's great to see you again on the show. You always crack me up. See you soon. Jess tipped Ricky $25. Your site was so awesome. Your set was so awesome. Sorry, this is late. I was laughing so hard. I forgot to send you a tip. I freaking hate inspirational Chakachis, ugly ones. Anyway,
Tchotchkes.
Oh, don't you remember that show? Joni Loves Chakachis.
Bukkake?
Joni Loves Bukkake. It's a great show.
Enough with your porn search history.
Talkies.
Tam tipped the show and said, I'm gonna solid and a no good, very bad, horrible day. I can relate. Lindsay Brown tipped the show $5 for Rachel, just because. Also, here's a link to the Facebook group. Holy shit, let women enjoy things. You hear that, Ricky? Zara tipped the show. How does Gus Walsh pick up chicks on horses? He says, "Hey, girl."
I just wanted to also quickly make sure to invite all of you to stay after the show and join us for the After Hours SDSC featuring Jan Skittles Johnson.
What's Jenny doing?
She's laying in bed, just
lay it down.
Just
chilling,
move from outside
hanging out.
to the
I don't know what
seductive
you're
in
calling her
bed
out
lay
for.
down look. You know, I had to feature it. And
Hello.
no one, it's okay. No one liked my joke, and it's fine, and I'll get over it.
We didn't hate your joke.
Thank you.
It was fantastic. I'm gonna do a yes and have a good night, everybody.
Lindsay Brown tipped Leedy $5 for that last drawing. Hilarious.
Nice.
And then last one, Gus Walsh tipped the show. He was watching today, and he said to be read at the very end. This one's for you, Leedy. Hey. All right, I'm caught up.
All right, nice work. Audience, thank you so much for being here. We love you as always. We will see you on Friday. We'll see you on Friday. You guys are great. Until next time. Rach, anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I need a nap like a small child, and I'm gonna try and get as far away from my camera as possible as I say goodbye to you folks. Can someone turn off my camera? Thank you.
Same thing. See you guys. We will see you on Friday.
All right, I'm just gonna sit here regularly in front of my camera because I'm already against the wall. Anyway, good night, everybody. Yes, and good night.
I don't know. Let's keep the show going a little while. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I guess we should probably end this thing. I gotta go and I'll take a fucking nap too, okay? I'm gonna go far away from the camera as I can as well. If I crash into some props, you just turn my camera off, okay?
What
All right,
flavor's the gum?
What's in the hat?